Hi, I'm Kim Wilson.
And I'm Natasha Marchewka.
And this is Speechless.
Speechless. Speechless.
Welcome to our behind-the-scenes take on real life in VO, where we share our stories, our resources, and our unsolicited opinions.
Indeed. And here's our opinion today. You need to watch this show. That's my opinion. So happy to be able to share Tish Hicks with you. Tish Hicks is the owner, founder, master sensei of the V.O Dojo in LA, but she knew long before COVID that it needed to be, most of her offerings needed to be online. And so
can't wait to meet her.
Everyone in the world can access the V.O Dojo and Tish's unique spin on voiceover training. You'll see what I mean coming up. But you can look her up on IMDb, on LinkedIn. She's got the credits, has an extensive background in her own training and voiceover. So check out the show. First of all, I want to say that Tish Hicks calls herself the Voiceover Master Sensei at the V.O Dojo. So I just had to fit that in there.
Oh, yeah.
But,
and you could just say the Master Sensei. Yeah. Well, I guess because this is going to voiceover people, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And by the way, you can call me the master too. So.
Okay. What did everyone bring to drink today to the party?
The best part.
Ooh.
What do you have?
A stein.
I have my soda stream water with a lemon, but in my butterbeer Harry Potter cup.
Oh yes.
Very cool.
Well, Kim's going to be a bit disappointed. I brought because it's non-alcoholic. I brought my current favorite obsession, which is Earl Grey tea with a splash of almond milk. Like I drink that all the time now, and it's not
Earl Grey especially.
Yeah, Earl Grey has the bergamot.
All right.
Only do that. It's I need to try decaf. I've been doing decaf Earl Grey, but it's hard to find. So
I am drinking an Italian margarita, and I'm trying this. The reason why it's Italian is they say to put a touch of amaretto in it, and I got to say I'm skeptical. So hold, please. Let me tell you.
I'm not a fan of amaretto,
and it's terrible.
I was thinking you were going to say limoncello, and then that would make more sense.
No, that's terrible.
Well, have you not had those before?
No, I wanted to try something new. We've got a new person.
Right.
I'm just meeting them. I'll do a new drink.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, today we're honored to have the Master Sensei of the V.O Dojo, a premier voiceover training program. Tish Hicks is here. Tish, we really want to dig into actually your coaching style and some different things. So can you tell us what you did before you started coaching VO? I know you're a prolific actor and voice actor. So and we only have a certain amount of time, but can you fill us in on your journey to VO and then VO coaching, please?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. So in a nutshell, I think both my journey to VO was crossing one threshold, and then my journey to crossing the threshold of being a teacher and sharing as a teacher was a next calling. So in terms of that first journey, my first voiceover job happened, as I call it, the helicopter came, right? My husband's friend was a creative director. He wasn't my husband then, because I've been doing this for 30 years, but my my husband's best friend is a creative director. He said, hey, I have these spots for Bally's Total Fitness. I think you'd be good for. You want to come in? And at the time, I had studied theater at Northwestern. I had studied opera. I was a singer. I was working at Second City doing improv. I was doing regional Shakespeare. So all of these things that I had done before and graduated and do the things that you do after you leave theater school. I was like, those are all the things that I had been doing. And I said, yeah, sure.
That's
And I
incredible.
stepped in with all of those things and I left going, that is what I was going to do. Because everything I had ever done before as a performer was like,
Oh,
and shortly
Right.
after that, I moved to LA and then I started my voiceover career. And we'll get to this, but what we do at the dojo is kind of based on me going, well, what did I do, right?
Right.
Then, gosh, we're celebrating our 10th anniversary this year.
Wow.
And so about 10 years ago, I had this second calling where I was invited to teach a peer group for the Northwestern Entertainment Alliance. And said, okay, I'll try it. And left that session going, oh, I get it.
That's what I'm doing.
Because
Right.
the next layers were like all the other things that I also do. So I'm a kickboxer. I studied kickboxing with Benny the Jet Urquidez, legendary world champion. I ride dressage. I have worked as an apprentice to Sensei Benny's wife, Sarah Eagle Woman. So all these other things that were like, what is this?
Wow.
Like when I crossed that threshold into teaching, I was like, oh, okay. And that's where the VO Dojo comes from, a lot of that martial arts training that I was able to go, oh, okay. And then, carrying on a lot of what we do at the dojo is very internally based, that mind, body, spirit that comes from the martial arts, and then also the spiritual energy work too.
Well, why,
Very
since you started talking about the VO Dojo, can you explain what it is exactly?
So we have our development division and our working pro division. So I don't know to working pro. So wherever you are, we meet you where you are and then take you where you would like to be.
Wow.
So the development division is you should do voiceover 6-week intensive, gives you a comprehensive overview and a little taste of everywhere where your voice can be making money. It's very hands-on, very experiential. So you should leave with an answer to that question. Should I? Yes. Or no, that was not at all what I thought it would be. And if that resonates with you, we have our 14-month full training program called From Mystery to Mastery, which, following the martial arts model, is divided into 4 belt levels that guide, support, connect, and accelerate you through this natural progression from I don't know to working pro. And then the working pro division, once you finish your mystery to mastery, you've earned your black belt. And then our working pro division is called the nth degree, like nth degree black belt. And we have accountability, focus, action, forum, the nth degree working pro program. We have our VO Dojo Pro Fight Club, which is a working pro workout that we do 3 times a month.
Okay, so that's what I get in my inbox as the Dojo Fight Club. I have to say, it makes me nervous.
Yeah,
Like I'm
I'm
afraid to do
intimidated.
it because it says Fight Club. So now that
is so fascinating.
now that I've met you, I have a whole different. I'm learning a whole different thing. Okay, so what's the Fight Club? I feel like I've got it all wrong in my head.
Well, no, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's good to hear that even like an established working pro like you would be like, ugh. So what Fight Club is it's a working pro workout that brings together top-notch talent with the high caliber decision makers who hire us in all different genres. So
they're casting directors or producers or creative directors.
Depending on the right, who is making the decision to hire you is ideally what we do. Yeah, so sometimes in some genres it's the casting directors, right? Or that's that's the people that you need to know to get to the people. But we've had animation producers, etc.
I
Yeah, so
see.
we call it getting back to your like, oh, that sounds scary. We call it a fiercely friendly face-off
Mm.
that turns the audition process transparent.
Mm.
So as working
Oh,
pros, as working pros, we we press the button and send our auditions and it goes, whoa, right?
yeah.
And you have that feeling, right? And you have to like, okay, whoa. So this is an opportunity to come together, work together, and walk through the process to see it on both sides of the glass.
I see.
And then also meet the people who are doing the things on both sides of the glass.
You
Right?
need
thought
to
it was-
be, do you need to be approved to be fighting in the fight club, so to speak?
Yeah. And I'd like to think of it not so much as fighting as to stepping into the ring.
Ah.
Right.
Okay.
Stepping into
I
the ring.
might have
at the
signed up
highest level.
earlier if it was called that.
Well, that's great for us to know marketing wise, right? But I think it also ties into that as voiceover people, we need to have our skills. We have to have mad skills, but we also have to have warrior spirit, and we have to be able to go like, all right,
I love
so
this.
that yeah.
Tish, I've noticed it's been online for a long time, and you're in LA, correct?
Mhm.
The VO Dojo's in LA. Did you have an in-person element before and now you have both, or do you just have online, or has it always been online? What I love to bring to the voiceover community is this new world of all these things are accessible by online. What was your journey for that? And so
Yeah.
did you have an in-person element before and now you
Oh,
don't?
yeah, absolutely. So we are celebrating our 10th anniversary. So in the beginning,
There was no Zoom.
Right.
In the beginning, there was no Zoom. Yes. No, in the beginning, it started in my family room, literally.
Oh, cool.
And
Fun.
then, and so it was live, obviously. I started teaching you should do voiceover, and then I took it and did workshops, weekend intensives in LA and Chicago and New York, and then realized that we do this like boom, everything in one weekend, and everyone would be like, yeah, and I'd be like, okay, bye, good luck with that, see ya. And so that's where the mystery and mastery evolved from. So we did everything live for a few years, and then we added a virtual additional element. And so we had pretty much everything already hybrid before the pandemic. So it was a really easy adjustment.
Wow.
And now, yeah, I don't think we'll see what happens, because it's still not quite. We'll go back. So everything is online, is virtual, but it's also opened up so much. I mean, when the pandemic first hit, we did this awesome thing called the Broadway Guerrilla Guide to Getting Started in Voiceover, just like
Oh
as
my gosh, I love that.
like, and it was basically you should do voiceover, which we now do over 6 weeks. We're like, you're Broadway people, let's do it one every day, and we
Sure.
do it in a weekend, so whatever.
Yep.
So that brought opera singers from all over the world and
Wow.
talent from all over the world. But we have people in Australia, in Ireland, someone from Mexico City is just doing You Should Do voiceover right now. Another Mystery and Mastery member just moved to Italy. So it's been super exciting about what is, like you're saying, Natasha, what is possible, and how many more awesome people we get to work with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
You shared about the school, but one thing I know about you is how you infuse every level of the person into your coaching. So we normally ask our coaches, what is your process like? So can you share with our audience a little bit more about how you integrate the whole self without giving it away?
The secret.
Right. The secret sauce.
Well, I think one of the things is that the way we approach things is that it's not a secret. It's something that we all know. So one of the foundational principles that the whole dojo is based on is that voiceover is communication, and communication is an exchange of vibrational energy. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you bring everything down to that level,
Mm-hmm.
that's something we've all been doing since, when we were little babies before we could talk. It was just that exchange of vibrational energy. So the way that we approach it is that there's always that's what we call the organic, right? That is the energy underneath the words that we're actually communicating, right? That's the organic. So we talk about what resonates for you, and then who are you sharing it with? And all the nuances come out of that. And then there's the technical, right? That we're always working organically and then technically.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you find those things? And then really, really, really what we do is, the word dojo means the place of the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Sensei Benny is kickboxing dojo, the place of the way of kickboxing. But at the VO Dojo is the place of the way of voiceover, but not the place of the way.
Right.
So really what we're here to do is facilitate you finding your way, and you finding what this means to you, and what building your business means to you. And then we do it together. That's also one of our philosophies. It's always just you, but you never do it alone.
Love that.
And so we get that that looking into yourself. One of the things that I always say is voiceover is a great way to make a living. I've made an amazing living doing voiceover for like going on 30 years now, and it becomes a way of life.
It's a lifestyle for sure.
And everyone I know who's found success or is on the way to success or to the next level, it is because you find out so much about yourself
Right.
on this journey, and you need to bring yourself that authenticity.
I couldn't agree more. I feel like everything I do in voiceover is also a lesson in life, and I can bring life into here 100%. So, I want to know, normally we say, oh, how do they contact you? Here's the thing. You have some very solid offerings. If someone is, I'm not saying new to VO, because they just have to take your, should I do VO? They've trained a bit. How should they know what to take? Is there like a consultation thing that happens to say, you need to be here?
Oh,
How
that's
does
a good
that
question.
work?
Absolutely.
Well, I've
absolutely.
wondered it.
No. So here's how we roll. So the best way to contact us is to sign up for what we call a voiceover once over, which is a free 15-minute call. And basically, you'll talk to someone on the dojo team who will just say, where are you? And where would you like to be? And then we can get the information. I always call it like the assembling the ingredients, like, ooh, you do that. That's good. Oh, wow. Cool. Excellent. So assembling the ingredients, and then go, where do you want to be? And then we can have a discussion about like, well, this is what we'd recommend. And then we say, how does that feel to you? Because you know what you're looking for and what you need. So that's where it is. Now, one of the things that we do that is a little that when people are on the path, they're a little like, I don't want to start at the beginning again. What we found is, no matter who you are, whether if you're stepping into something that is partway on the way, we have everyone start at, you should do voiceover with the mindset of we're laying the foundations so we can hit the ground running. And that's what it is. And one of, we have at the dojo, we have really inspired by Sensei Benny, but we have the rules of the dojo and the rules of voiceover. And we can swear on this. We can
Yes.
swear on
Oh,
the show?
yes, we swear.
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, have you met us?
Okay, no, I figured from like, the first step
I
there.
thought you meant we can swear on it like
that's
a
what
Bible.
I
No, you
thought
can
too.
literally curse.
No, yeah, no. I just wanted to ask because these are guidelines. Rules of the dojo are things that are true. Rules of voice are things that you do. And what I really say is the only real rule of voiceover is don't be an asshole. That's like the only that's a real rule. These are guidelines.
That's a good rule.
For life. That to me,
Yes.
that is a rule.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
And
wanted
one of the things I brought this up because one of the rules of the dojo is cultivate beginner's mind. So how do you, no matter where you are in the beginning, or where you are on the journey? I'm 30 years in, and I cultivate beginner's mind every day. And so we have you come to you should do voiceover class to say, okay, this will complement and supplement what I know, and then we'll take it from there, because we don't want anyone going backwards. And so we figure that out too.
Very good.
Cool.
A quote I always say is, a wise person knows they know nothing.
Yes.
I want to share with our viewers that the website we're talking about is thevodojo.com, and we will put it down in the comments below and share it and share it and share it. Thank you so much for being with us and enlightening us about the VO Dojo. A wonderful option for educating. And I love how you were able to emanate your aura here, because that's what we're looking for, is to share coaches and their way of being with potential students, so the students can benefit and the coaches can benefit. So thank you for that, Sensei.
It was wonderful to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet you guys. Thank you for having me.
Well, that was fun. We enjoyed
I
meeting
learned a
her.
lot. Yeah,
She's
I learned a
very
lot.
special.
She is.
She
She is.
unique and special in how she offers voiceover training. And I'm so glad to be able to share that with you, Kim.
Yeah,
and
thank
with
you.
the world at large, the voiceover world at large, because it's her training is like a no-brainer. You go in and learn it all. And she's made it really unique and special. So go ahead and leave any positive comments below.
Nothing negative.
Check out Tish's website, the VO Dojo, if you like, and our website, speechlessvo.com, where you can see all the episodes all together. And also you can join the party there, where we can send you our weekly subject matter, key takeaways, notes, and the beverages. This week, though, beverages a little bit on the
Wah, wah.
right.
Sorry.
We've had a good run, though. We really have.
We
had
did.
A good run.
I will still put that recipe in online though for you, but
Okay.
I don't recommend it.
It's okay. 1 in 50 or however many shows we've done. It's okay.
Maybe I'll throw a bonus in there.
What else? Comments. Click to subscribe, because we love to see that. And fuck it, be awesome now. You, me, we've all got shit to do.